Hello, and welcome to the Write Club podcast, where we take you behind the pages and into the fascinating world of writing. I'm Mary, and this is Beth, and we're part of the team at Writing Magazine and Writers Online. Hi, Beth, how are you?
Yeah, really good, thank you. We're going to get straight on to introducing our brilliant guest this week. Laurie Gilmore is a #1 New York Times, Sunday Times, and Globe and Mail best-selling author who writes small town romance. Her first novel, The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, won the TikTok Shop Book of the Year award in 2024. Book 5 in the Dream Harbour series is out this September, and if the online hype is to be believed, the title of Book 6 has already been revealed, showing that we won't be leaving Dream Harbour anytime soon. Gilmore says she loves finding books with the perfect balance of sweetness and spice and strives for that in her own writing. And she's currently based in upstate New York. Laurie, welcome to the Write Club podcast. Where are you joining us from today?
Hi, thanks for having me. Yes, I am in my bedroom in upstate New York.
And is that where you do your writing?
So it's a little bit in flux at the moment, but I usually write in a little corner of my bedroom. But we're now renovating the house, hopefully very soon, and redoing our attic and making me like a little office up in the attic away from everyone. So hopefully I'll be writing up there soon. But yeah, for now, it's like corner of the bedroom.
Could you just tell us a little bit about book #5, The Gingerbread Bakery?
Sure. Well, it's finally Annie and Mac's story. So for anyone that's been reading from the beginning, they've been there in the background torturing everyone for a while now. Sorry about that, everybody, but they're finally here, coming September. They exist. And yeah, we get to see why they hate each other so much. That will finally become clear. And yeah, the whole book is kind of set during Jeannie and Logan's wedding. So they're like the couple from Pumpkin Spice Cafe from the first book, and they're getting married. And of course, the entire town has to be involved in that because it's Dream Harbor and they're involved in everything. So that's kind of the setting. It's all happening at the Christmas tree farm. Kira has renovated the barn. So she's now doing weddings, of course, obviously. And yeah, that's kind of the gist. I don't want to give too much away, but yeah, you'll get to finally see Annie and Mac's backstory and maybe why they're so mad at each other. And maybe by the end, they won't be so mad at each other anymore.
I wonder.
That's exactly what people are waiting for, and I think that from the hype that I've seen around this book is everyone just so ready for this story.
Yes, yes, we dragged it out long enough. It's time. It's time. It's time. So they're
Give the
coming.
people what they want.
Exactly.
I really love that quote about you finding the right balance between sweetness and spice in your books. I think you do that perfectly. The books have been described as feel-good TV in a book, and lots of people have said that they wish they could live in Dream Harbor, which would indeed be lovely. Has the popularity of the series surprised you, and why do you think it's so appealing for people?
Yeah, it's definitely surprised me. When I sat down to write Pumpkin Spice, I don't know, I thought I was writing a cute little story. It was amusing to me. I liked it, but I had no idea that it was going to kind of blow up like it did. But I think from what I've heard over the past year and just talking to readers and being so immersed in the whole thing, people needed an escape from this world we're currently living in. And I think that's what they're finding in these books. I think that's the appeal. Um, they're cozy. They have that like comfort read quality, like how people have their TV rewatches. I feel like this series kind of does the same thing for people. And yeah, but then it also has the romance. It has the spice, which I know surprised people at first because of those cute covers. But it's in there. So it seems to be working. I don't know, but yeah, I think it's the escape. I feel like that at this moment in time is what people are really looking for, and just somewhere nice to go after a rough day or whatever whatever's going on in their life. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I mean, I know for one that I'd be moving to Dream Harbor in a heartbeat. Especially the
Oh,
Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I want to work there.
yeah. Everyone asks, is it based on a real town? And I'm like, I wish, like, I really wish, guys. I wish I could tell you it's a real place and we can all go, but it's really just a compilation of places and things in my imagination and TV shows and whatever else got thrown in the mix, but it doesn't exist as far as I know.
Such a shame. Although
I know.
I don't know whether either of you have seen it, but the series Virgin River on Netflix.
Yes.
It's I think it's based in like in Canada, I want to say.
I think it's shot in Canada, but it's supposed to be California,
Oh,
I think.
okay. But it's
Yeah,
like beautiful
it's gorgeous. Yeah.
rural area and it's so mountainous and everyone knows everyone and they're all best friends and it, as I was reading the books, I kind of was getting that same vibe and I was like picturing parts of the series in my head as well as reading. I was like, this is the closest to Dream Harbor as we're gonna get.
Yeah, I feel like that tracks for sure. Yeah, it has the same vibe. It's like everyone knows each other. I think there was even an episode with a wedding, and
Yeah, there
literally
was.
the entire town is there.
That's so true. Oh, if you need to watch that, Max.
Yeah, I'm
It's
gonna have a
so
look.
good.
Watch
Yeah,
that.
you should. You should.
Um, and where did the connection between the food and the sweet treats come from?
Okay, this has recently been brought to my attention. This was not on purpose. I just really like food. I don't know. I didn't set out to make every book like food centered, but it just keeps happening. Um, I love food. I like to eat. I like food as a love language, like preparing food for someone. I think that is just like the dream. And I think because the books are so seasonal, like when I think about the season, I'm like, well, what are we eating now? Like what's the treat of the season? I guess that's just how my brain works. I just want to eat cinnamon rolls all the time. So yeah, it just kind of happened. I think it's part of the fantasy too of Dream Harbor. You can just eat sweets all day and it's fine. It's fine. Like no one has cavities, no one's diabetic. Like it's totally fine. So it's just all part of the fantasy of Dream Harbor is you can eat snacks all day
I was
and
going to
it's
say about the seasons as well, because it's so true. The winter, you've got the hot chocolate, and then
yes.
autumn, you've got all the pumpkin, spicy things, and then the strawberries in the summer. It's all very lovely and all
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, and I think a lot about just like the sensory experience, of the season and taste is a big one. So we've got to have the food in the mix. But yeah, I think about all of that, the smells, the sights, just whatever's going to bring you into that particular season. And it's food first, apparently, for me.
Yeah, the books made me super hungry actually.
Yeah, that is a side effect.
Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself as a writer? Have you always wanted to write, and what was your route to publication?
Sure. I never really considered writing as a career because that just seemed crazy. Like I didn't think that was possible for me. I thought writers were surely some sort of like magical, mythical creatures or so. I don't know. I didn't think it was like didn't even enter my consciousness. But I always loved to read, so I've always been a reader. And then I was staying home with my kids, and they were little, and talking to toddlers all day can make you kind of nutty. So I just kind of started writing as like something to do for myself that was just for me and just to kind of keep my brain from going completely mushy. So that's kind of how it started as a hobby, I guess. And then, I got brave enough to let other people read some things, and then I was kind of like, oh, this is cool. And then I self-published a few things. I did a few like novellas through like small presses. And just kind of kept going from there. And yeah, but I didn't expect it to turn into all of this, honestly. But I did eventually I signed with One More Chapter, which is an imprint of HarperCollins UK. And that's kind of how all of this really took off, was under them. But yeah, this has all been wildly surprising, honestly.
It's a massive whirlwind, isn't it? Especially when you go from like, oh, it's just a bit of fun to,
Mm.
oh, we'll take this seriously now.
Yeah, oh, it's my job now. I'm like, oh, right, I have to do this. It's my job. But I mean,
You can't
it's
just
great.
put the pen down now. You've got to keep going.
I've got to keep going. I'm not mad about it though.
And what how long did that take, that process from kind of you've just started using that as a hobby, as a bit of an escapism, to finally getting published.
Yeah, I think it's been longer than it feels like in my head. When I think, I'm like, oh, it must have been like, 4 or 5 years. And then I'm like, no, it was definitely pre-COVID. So it's longer than that. So maybe 6 or 7 years, maybe 7, since that first really just like as a hobby. I know I don't know if you've heard of it, but the NaNoWriMo, I think it's like canceled now or whatever. They're not doing it anymore, but it was like you write a novel in a month. I did that in 2019, so that was like so long ago now. But that was kind of like really kicked it off for me of like, oh, I can write a full book. If you just sit down and write a certain number of words every day, they add up to a book. That was kind of a turning point for me. So yeah, so it's been a while now.
How did you keep that motivation to kind of keep going?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely times where I was like, why am I doing this? You kind of ask yourself that question. I'm spending time on this. At some point, I'm spending money on it because when I was self-publishing, I was hiring an editor, I was getting covers made. Um, and I remember saying to my husband at one point, like, should I keep doing, like, we're spending money on this thing, like, but no one's really, I think I sold, like 12 of those, like self-published things, mostly to like my mom's friends. Um, so I was like, what is this basically? And he was just like, of course yes, like people have hobbies. That's a thing. Like if you like doing it, you should keep doing it. And just every time I kind of thought about stopping, there was something that was just in me, I guess. I was like, well, I don't want to stop. Like I want to keep going. I like doing this. So even when no one was reading them, I was like, I'm just going to keep writing to amuse myself, basically.
And the more you write, the better you get. And
This is the real magic that I have learned. It is like any other thing that if you practice it, you do get better. So those first things that no one will ever see were not, but
I'm in under lock and key, so no one
eggs,
else.
those are private. Those don't see the light of day, but that's fine. That's fine. Um, yeah, usually when people ask for writing advice, I just say to do it a lot. Like just do it a lot because you will get better.
Yeah, it's brilliant advice. And we all know in the modern world of publishing, that book talk has absolutely taken off. It's a massive part of promoting your book, and it's the key to success of so many books. Do you remember the moment you first saw your book kind of take off on TikTok, and what was your reaction?
Yeah. Well, this is the funny thing about TikTok for me is that I wasn't on it.
Oh, when it went viral, you weren't even on it.
I wasn't even there. I was not even there. I didn't have a personal TikTok account. Obviously, like HarperCollins does, One More Chapter does, they were, of course, promoting it on their channels. But it just really took off with readers, and I didn't know about it. And I distinctly remember, I mean, I knew book sales were doing well, and I knew obviously my editor and everyone was telling me, oh, yeah, it's really taking off on TikTok. But I wasn't really there, like experiencing it firsthand. And I remember having a conversation with an old friend, and I was like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm not on TikTok." And she was like, "No, you definitely are. Like your books are there." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I guess yeah." And so I was really hearing it all secondhand, honestly. I wasn't even there.
Wow.
But yeah, it was for me, I just think that's kind of makes it extra, I don't know, exciting or something because it was so much the readers that were really like leading that and posting and sharing and being excited. So, I mean,
yeah,
thanks
it's a
readers of TikTok because I mean, it's so great that that really took off in
an
that.
interesting part of publishing, isn't it? Like it's a new world that we're getting to grips with and learning all about. And yeah, just that something can go viral like that is so exciting.
Yeah, and the funny thing is probably like right before Pumpkin Spice came out, my mom, she's like nearly 70 and she was watching one of her like morning shows and she's like, "Well, what you have to do is get it to go viral on TikTok." And I was like, "Okay, mom, like piece of cake. I will do that." Like easy peasy, like totally teasing her. And then it happened. But I
Wow.
didn't do it. So
So she probably thinks it is easy now.
yeah. Yeah. She's like, it's fine. Just get your book to go viral on TikTok. Like, no big deal. bestseller.
Like what everyone does. If everyone could do that, then we'd all be famous authors.
I know, as though it's that simple. You just don't know what's gonna hit. And this one just, I think it was the cover. I don't know. It's like a combination. That cover was so postable, people just wanted it for their fall shelves and their fall posts. I think that really helped.
Yeah, definitely. Seeing all of them on my bookcase together.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the aesthetic, I love it.
Just building that little town.
I know, it's so cute. I'm gonna have to get the sixth one when it's out as well so that I can have the whole collection.
On a similar note, how do you balance being an author with the demand for social content? Is it something that you enjoy, or does it feel like a big pressure, or are you having help with all that?
Yeah, I mean, luckily I'm having help at this point because it's not natural to me. Like some people are so good at it and they can just pop on and do a video and it's so cute and I'm like I can't, I don't know. It just doesn't come naturally. I'm a writer. I sit quietly by myself and I write books. Like it just doesn't feel comfortable so much for me to do all of these social media things. So luckily I have help now. There are lovely marketing people at HarperCollins that help me and we figure out what to post. And that has been really, really good because like I said, it just isn't, I feel like, yeah, it's just not something I'm thinking about, like, oh, I should post this or I should write about this. So it's very helpful to have someone be like, okay, like, let's, we should talk about this. People want to know. So that's been really good.
So you must have picked up some tips along the way that you could maybe pass on to our listeners about how to get noticed on Book Talk and on social media.
I mean, I wish I had like specific tips. With pumpkin spice, it was just, I don't know. It feels like lightning in a bottle. I don't know how to capture that. I would say if you can, I mean, I know people do, obviously there's, you get advanced readers and people have like their street team, as they say, or whatever it is, where you just get those early readers excited. I feel like maybe that's a big piece of it, because to me, it's just so much more meaningful, or I don't want to say meaningful, but just maybe has more oomph behind it when it's the readers saying that they really loved it. So I guess that,
So organic as well when it isn't the marketing companies. It isn't, it is readers telling you what they want and what they're enjoying.
yeah, I think
Absolutely,
so.
because it comes across so much more authentic when
Yeah.
it's not you saying, "Hey, my book's great." Like, yeah, you're gonna say that. You wrote it. Of course it's great.
Right.
But
Like
when other
I like
people are
it, but
saying it, then people believe it so much more because they're not being paid to say that. And I
exactly.
think I don't know whether it's come from like your marketing team or it's again just the buzz around the whole series. But the hype and the excitement for this book in September is absolutely ridiculous. It's all over TikTok. And even like book six, people are already like, get it out, get it out, get it out.
I know. I'm like, give me a chance. I have to write it.
Like, let me just finish with this one first, blimey. But
Yes. Well,
yeah,
I think that is the beauty of the series too. I mean, especially for romance. I feel like anyone, when you're reading romance, you're looking at those side characters and you're like, who is getting a book, right? And so I think that as far as building hype, that's definitely really been the main thing, I would say, is people are seeing those side characters and wanting their story. So yeah,
yeah.
so maybe that's it. Write a series. I don't know.
And send your book out to everyone, get them to read it and talk about
Yes. Get
it.
everyone excited. Like so many advanced readers on that first book, I would say. Yeah.
Definitely. And what does a typical writing day kind of look for you? Do you have a set structure to your writing, or is it kind of as and when?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty structured in certain ways. So I don't really plot. I'm not so much a plotter. Um, I kind of start with the characters. I always have my characters and some of the tropes I want to hit since it's romance. And then I kind of just have to start. So I don't really have it mapped out. So in that way, I'm kind of loosey-goosey. But then as far as like my writing day, I typically write in the morning. Well, I'm a mom, so the kids have to be at school typically. That helps. Quiet house. And then my husband makes me a spreadsheet for every book, so I know how many words I have to write per day. So that helps me to not feel wildly overwhelmed of like, oh, I just have to sit down and write a whole book, like piece of cake. So it's broken down into digestible little pieces, and I know, how much I have to write that day. And it also helps me to know when I'm done. So I can say, I wrote my words for the day. I don't have to be thinking for the whole rest of the day. I should probably be writing because I know I don't have to be. So that's basically how I do it. And then in little pieces, it gets done. Takes about 3 months usually for that first draft.
Oh, that's a brilliant way of doing it.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, to sit down and say I'm going to sit here and write a novel, like that's terrifying. My brain short circuit.
That
So
for ages.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. And then can you, I know obviously there's lots of rumors about book number 6 and the title, but would you be able to give us a bit of a sneak peek into what you're working on next?
yeah. So book 6, The Daisy Chain Flower Shop. It's not food this time. It's flowers. Although I'm sure somehow food is gonna work its way in because it always does, but it's not in the title this time. Yeah, it's a flower shop. So you will meet our main characters, Daisy and Elliot, will appear in Gingerbread Bakery. So they won't be strangers to you by the time everyone gets to book 6. Yeah, basically Daisy is cursed a little bit, maybe. Dream Harbor thinks she's a little cursed in love. And Elliot also has some heartbreak in the past, and they obviously decide that fake dating is what's going to save the day. So it's fake dating in this one. I think it's going to be a pretty slow burn for these two. And yeah, that's basically all I know for now. The cover is super cute. I'm really excited to reveal it.
Is fake dating? I don't know what that is.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, fake dating, a beloved romance trope wherein two characters decide for whatever crazy reasons that they should pretend to date, and that will somehow solve their problem. So in this case, Daisy decides that fake dating Elliot will show the town that she's not actually cursed. She's fine. She can totally be in a healthy relationship. And Elliot decides that fake dating will get his family off his back because they've been very worried about him. And then obviously through the process of fake dating, they realize they want to date for real.
Course.
So fun.
Oh, I can't wait to read that one. That's going to be great.
That does sound like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it does.
And I'd love to know what you read. Can you give us a book recommendation?
Sure. I have it because it's so cute. I know you said this is audio only, but this cover is called Late Bloomer
Oh,
by Maisie Eddings, and I totally bought it for the cover, but then it was actually really lovely. It takes place on a flower farm, like come on. And it's just, if you like characters that are like wounded, but then kind of help each other heal, then I would say this one is for you. It's sapphic, it's flowery, it's so nice. I liked it.
And who was the author?
Maisie Eddings.
Lovely. Thank you. Well, it's been absolutely a pleasure to speak to you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
yeah, it's been brilliant. Thanks so much. And we look forward to sharing the book with everybody in September when it's out. And then again next year when book number 6 comes out. You're very busy from now on. So,
Yeah, I gotta get to work, I guess.
well, brilliant. Thanks so much again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for tuning into the Write Club. We hope you enjoyed this episode and feel inspired to keep writing. Don't forget to sign up for our newsletter at Writers Online, your go-to for writing tips, competitions, and exclusive updates. Plus, you'll never miss an episode of the Write Club. Until next time, happy writing.